Oh, here we go. We're live. Everything should be fine.
Okay.
Yeah. So, welcome to the Teacast, you wonderful, beautiful, lovely, lovely people.
You beauties of no imagination.
Come with me and you'll tea in a mug of no imagination. It is plain, white and yellow. That's not plain, it's kind of patterned.
I don't even know what you're doing.
I don't care. Anyway, so I just want to let you know we are actually sponsored this time. Woo! Let's do the sponsor party. Oh, mommy. Oh, daddy. Let's go play kabaddi. So, yeah, we're sponsored by... You tell them.
I can actually hear the audio in the background.
Whose audio? Like, what do you mean you can hear the audio in the background?
Oh shit, no, sorry, that was coming from my laptop.
Well done. Right,
Yeah, to quote,
let's bump my audio down a bit, actually. There we go.
Quote, look how professional we are.
We're so professional.
Oh,
Yeah, no, we're sponsored. Do you want to let them know who our sponsor is this time?
Yeah, and I hope he's watching. I severely hope he's watching. Yes, he is. This video is sponsored by Calvin Atkinson's baby. That's right, people. The famous Calvin Atkinson has given us his baby as our sponsor.
Calvin Atkinson's baby, for all your baby needs. Need to clean your windows? Rub it with a baby.
That's just a quick reference to the previous joke in my last Anime Amigos episode. Please go watch it.
Calvin says, "Hey, Elliot."
Hey, Calvin.
So,
Yeah.
So we're gonna be talking.
For those of you who are re-watching this later on, we are doing this live.
Yes.
As of right now, and yes, welcome to the YouTube channel.
We have our
Drinks
teas.
not
Oh wow.
Welcome to the YouTube channel. Drinks not include. Drinks and food not include.
At least not yet, anyway.
No air conditioning, and we apologise for the
I'm suffocating in my office. So,
Oh, God.
right, so we should probably get on with explaining what it is we're going to be talking about this time. Last time.
If you were there during our Facebook and Facebook live stream, and if you weren't, go watch it.
Yeah, not now.
It's
Watch it
literally
after.
still up on
Watch it
on
after.
Facebook. There's only a few clicks. You're not that fat and lazy, are you?
Well, actually, they can be that fat and lazy because I'll be putting it up on YouTube in a couple of days.
Oh yeah. Kind of weird that we're putting part 2 on YouTube before part 1.
Yeah, it's because I'm a fucking idiot. That's why. And we're the most unprofessional podcast in the world.
Yes, we are.
So, but yeah, last time, which is on Facebook, as has been explained meticulously by my friend here, I motioned forwards as though you were in front of me. You're not. I've literally just wafting my hands past my microphone. So, that was a good thing.
Yeah,
so
for those of you thinking you're going to be having a Let's Play, you're not. This is literally just going to be us talking.
Oh, this is going to be us chatting loads of shit. That's all it is. So,
yeah, sorry to disappoint the PewDiePie fanboys.
that's what they all sound like. So, ooh.
Hey, I'm a PewDiePie fanboy. Don't you be dissing me as well.
This is what you sound like. So, should we actually?
Kojima.
Oh,
That's what you sound like.
Oh, Kojima-san, please shove your Death Standing trandles. Fuck, I fucked that one up. Words is not my strong point. So, actually, finally, getting on to talking about this. Last time, we did Resident Evil 1, 2, and 3. Didn't we?
This time we're doing 4, 5, and 6.
Yes.
Maybe 7 if we can. Maybe 7 if we have time.
Yeah, if we got time, we'll do 7. Now, last time was pretty much, mainly
shit show,
me,
really.
because I've played the original 3 more than Elliot, but Elliot's played 4, 5, and 6 more than I have. I've actually never played 6, and I've played about 10 minutes of 5.
I haven't actually played 6. I know. It's just I know a good chunk about it.
Okay, that's alright then. You know more than me. So, right, so, do you want to start us off?
All the while, I must admit, I'm not playing anything Resident Evil related. I'm actually just playing Ratchet and Clank 2.
I'm not even playing anything. I'm just sitting here because I'm more professional than you. But do you want to kick us off? Do you want to start telling people about Resident Evil 4?
Yes, Resident Evil 4, or
Resident
how as
Evil.
many refer to it, the best Resi.
Yeah, but 2's the best.
The best resident of the evils.
Yeah, but 2 is the best evil resident.
Is Old Man Jenkins.
Look, I get that you're entitled to your opinion, but your opinion's fucking wrong.
Excuse me, what's wrong with Old Man Jenkins being the most evil of residents? How many Scooby-Doo
Alright.
episodes have people other than Old Man Jenkins in it been evil, the evil Knievel, causing all the mishaps?
Okay, yeah, I suppose. Old Man Jenkins?
I would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for you
Meddling.
high schoolers ditching school.
Ooh, truancy!
I mean, come on, they are practically high schoolers or college kids.
No, what they are is they're like drunk mid-20-somethings. That's all they are. Oh, except for Shaggy and Scooby. I was gonna say except for Shaggy and Scooby, who are just toddlers in fully grown bodies, but they're high.
Yeah,
They're always
not,
high.
They're not even toddlers. They're just druggies.
Just high.
Like Scoob, that cocaine was really out of whack. Dude.
No. It's just no. It's just weed. They just smoke a lot of weed.
For more professional voice acting, subscribe to Sax today.
Do it now. Do it.
Oh bloody hell!
Do it. Ow. Calvin has played 5 and 6 fully. We're not missing out on much. We've gone very far off topic. Let's go back on topic. Start explaining Resident Evil 4.
Resident Evil 4 is what many consider as the best series
It's not.
in Resident Evil series,
not.
or as Yahtzee would call, or as Yahtzee from Zero Punctuation until Resident Evil 7 came out would call it, the only good Resident Evil game.
But
in
that's
the
not
series.
true.
That's a matter of opinion.
No. It's not. It's completely factual that Resident Evil 1 Remake is the best Resident Evil.
Well, yeah, I personally believe that the Resi 1 remake is, in my opinion, as well the best Resident Evil game.
Yeah.
It's just funny because I thought you would say the Resident Evil 2.
Remake.
That's the one I think you have, at least you have the most nostalgia for.
Resident Evil 2 I definitely have a lot of nostalgia for, but, you know, I have a lot of nostalgia for Metal Gear Solid 2. I don't call it the best of the series. Nostalgia does not equal best of series.
Well, yeah. Well, in all fairness, the nostalgia is the big reason for me as to why Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness is my favorite Pokemon game.
Fair enough. That is.
Though, in all fairness, it is a bloody amazing game.
I've never played it.
You really should. It's not surprising though. I think when it comes to Pokemon games, it's the one that goes over a lot of people's radar.
Speaking of Pokemon games, actually really just wildly veering off course now from Resident Evil and onto Pokemon. Guess what I did last night? Or you don't need to guess. I think I told you what I did last night.
Yeah, you told me what you did.
Yeah.
Constantly calling yourself a fucking arsehole.
I am a fucking asshole for doing it. You do need to buy Resi 1 Remake for Switch. You definitely need to do that, Calvin. And on the same vein of buying things for the Switch...
Wait, Resi 1's on Switch?
Yeah, Resi Remake's on Switch.
Really?
Yes! Along with Resi 0, Resident Evil Revelations and Revelations 2.
I knew the Revelations game were on there, but I didn't know Resi 1 Remake was.
Yeah, yeah, I think... yeah, I'm trying to remember which ones are on that. I know that Resi 1... Resi 4's on there.
However, I will admit, I'm a bit, I don't think I will get it for Switch, because I already have the Resi 1 Remake for GameCube.
Yeah. I mean...
And I'll be honest, if a version of the game's on GameCube, I'm going to play on the GameCube.
Yeah.
However, I do say that, and I recently got Beyond Good and Evil on the PS2.
There
and
we
that's on
go.
GameCube.
Right. But yeah, no, I ended up buying last night. I got the pre-order for Pokemon Shield, which the one that comes with the free steelbook. So I got the free steelbook, but I prefer how the steelbook looks for the Pokemon Sun pre-order. So
you mean Pokemon Sword?
it's a Pokemon Sword. I don't know why I said Sun.
That was
Probably because I've actually got the Steelbook for Sun right here, and it's bloody beautiful.
I'll be honest, I'm not much of a steelbook guy.
I love them. I absolutely love them.
Like the only time I've ever really been tempted to buy a version of a game with a steelbook was with Persona 5.
That's fair. That's got a really nice steelbook. I need that.
I'm a huge Persona 5 fan.
We got to do a Persona talk at some point, but I need to play the games. So, to finish my little story, I prefer the design of the steelbook for Pokemon Sword. Like, I prefer the look of the flagship Pokemon for Sword. I can't remember what it's called. I never actually remember the names of any of them. It's like, the one that's like an upside down flower.
AKA the one's basically the Sith Pokemon version of Sith from Dark Souls.
Yeah. But so what I did is I then decided I'd just spend another 50 quid and pre-order Pokemon Sword as well. So I've got the pre-orders for both games, both pre-downloaded on my Switch, with the steelbooks for both of them coming in the post when the game comes out, because I'm an idiot who just spends money.
Wait a minute. So you got the you've got them both digitally.
And the what it is, you buy that because a lot of people like to buy games digitally, because they don't want game boxes cluttering up the house. But also some people that buy it digitally because it's easier for them, also want to get the steelbook. They don't want to have to buy it again to get the steelbook and all of that.
But like, what's the point of that? You might as well just get the physical game with the steelbook.
Because I don't like swapping out cards. Out of all of the games that I've got on Switch, I have 3 that are on card, and that's Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate, Xenoblade Chronicles 2, and Nintendo Labo Variety Kit 1.
Wait, when did you get the Nintendo Labo?
Amazon. I just went on Amazon when I got the Switch. I got it with the Switch. Like I didn't. I got the.
Got Labo
no. Right. No. What I did is I got the Smash Brothers Switch. Because I love the dock and the Joy-Cons. Got absolutely gorgeous Smash Brothers Joy-Cons. And then I also bought the Nintendo Labo at the same time.
Oh.
Yeah, so I literally only bought the Labo for the Labo piano, and I've hardly used it. I need to start using that again.
Yeah, I'll be honest, the Labo's, like, I can definitely see the appeal of the Labo, but it's not something that really appeals to me personally.
I need to build the Toy-Con Racer, actually, because you can use that with Mario Kart. I'll see if it makes me any better.
Yeah, that's probably the only reason I'd actually get the Nintendo Labo.
I mean, the piano one's actually pretty good for music making. It's not bad. But yeah, so there you are. There's my little story of buying 2 Pokemon games digitally because I like the steelbook for one more than the other. So
yeah.
Right, anyway, so it's
and I thought I was bad at spending money.
Oh, trust me, you're not. So you can now carry on talking about Resident Evil 4. You know, the point of this fucking stream.
Yeah, sorry.
We're what?
Yeah,
we're 15 minutes in.
15 minutes and haven't even talked about Resi 4.
Resident Evil 4 is a great game where you shoot things in the head and roundhouse kick them. You can also defeat enemies with doors, such as a guy with a giant chainsaw. Yeah, did you know about that? Did you see that? I think it was Dante Ravioli, wasn't it?
I wouldn't know.
Fuck's sake.
But anyway, yeah, the weird thing about Resident Evil 4 is that it was in development for years, considering it had, many different versions of it.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, there was one that was meant to be a traditional sort of Resident Evil game, one that was even one that, eventually spawned to become Devil May Cry.
Yeah.
Which I find bloody bizarre.
I think it's really cool that happened.
Yeah, and it, however, people didn't, they decided to cancel that one because it went too far away from the Resi formula, which is kind of funny considering that they also made a bunch of other games that went away from the Resi formula, including Resi 6 and 5.
Yeah.
But it's also just this is probably the biggest transition from. This has got to be biggest the most different Resident Evil game at the time.
I just want to say I was
Like, I'd
wrong.
probably
It's
say
actually the Vertigo.
at the-
Oh, how are
like,
you
I
supposed to
would
pronounce that?
probably say nowadays that would be Resident Evil 7. Sorry, because of how just how bloody different that game is from the other ones. But like
Resident Evil
yeah,
7,
when-
I'd say that was quite similar to classic Resident Evil.
Sorry.
Resident Evil 7, I'd say, is quite close to classic Resident Evil, actually. So
Really?
yeah.
I
They
would-
shifted it to the first person, but they kept the same, very similar gameplay elements from the original. Just made it.
Yeah.
They gave it the cinematic factor of 5 and 6, with the classic puzzles and fear of the classic survival horror games.
Yeah. Personally, I'd say Resi 7 is even more scary than the others.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because
Definitely.
anyway, back to Resi 4. It's I think the best way to describe it was sort of the same way as again Zero Punctuation described all the other Resi games. Like, it was very sort of going back and forth on what I wanted to be. Like, is it camp or serious, horror or action?
Yeah.
And then Resi 4 just came in and just went, I'm all about action, and fucking hell, I'm as camp as Louis Spence.
Jesus
Because,
Christ, Louis
you
Spence.
can tell, Resi 4 was the first time that the series just was kind of yeah, you know what, this series is just ridiculous. We're gonna go all the way with it.
Yeah. I think at that point they literally did just cream the ceiling.
Yeah, and it's sort of that's also the point where Leon just sort of completely changed and became the badass of the Resident Evil series that we know.
I don't know.
The badass
I mean,
one-liner thing that.
okay, yeah, I'll give you that.
Yeah.
The one-liners, yeah,
Yeah,
but
pretty
the
much.
ultimate badass of the series, I still have to say, my favourite moment from the entire Resident Evil series is in, I think it's 5.
Wait, is it when Chris punches? The
It's when
ball?
Chris literally beats the shit out of a boulder, and the prompt changes from push to was it beat or hook? I think you just start hammering to push the boulder, and when that doesn't work, it comes up with a new prompt saying on the Xbox it was press X to hook. You're just there beating the crap out of this boulder.
Personally, I think that bit is just fucking stupid. I mean, Resident Evil 4 is a stupid game.
It is.
But it would never have stupid moments like that.
No.
It's a moment of what it just there are no moments in that game where you just beat the shit out of a boulder.
Discussion time.
Yes.
Calvin says that Resident Evil 4 has the best puzzles in the series. Do you agree with his opinion?
Not really, mostly because I feel like a lot of the more difficult puzzles are more optional,
You're about to lose a friend.
I feel like when it comes to the series, Resident Evil 4 has the more simpler puzzles.
Yeah.
Than personally, I still say my favorite puzzles in the series are probably Resi 1's.
Yeah. Resident Evil 1
'Cause, there are
remakes.
moments
Resident
where,
Evil
you have to
remakes.
moments where you have to inspect items to get their full use out of them.
Yeah, the key. Was it the fake key that you get from the dog collar? Because you get in the remake, you get a dog whistle which you blow to get some dogs to jump up at you. You kill the dogs, and then you take the this crest from the collar of one of the dogs, and you inspect that crest, and it basically comes out, and you fold out another key. You take that key up to a room where, when you take the key, then a trap starts coming up on you, and you place the fake key on the position, and then you've got the real key that you can use on the doors. That I thought was really clever.
Also, if you want to go with good puzzles, what about the Resi 2 remake?
No.
Because,
I wouldn't say so.
Yeah, because I remember the simplest things could be like a puzzle. Like, for example, when you get the car keys and you have to move around and you think, okay, I'll walk around the parking lot till I find like a car that works on it. When literally, all you have to do is inspect the key, turn around, and then just hit the unlock button. You just think it's simple things like that that's really ingenious about the series.
Yeah, that I think the reason I never struggled with that. I think the only reason I didn't struggle with it is because right before it came out, because the first time I'd ever completed any of the Resident Evil games other than 2 was completing Resident Evil 1 Remake about 2 weeks before Resident Evil 2 came out.
Oh.
And because there's a lot of looking at items from certain perspectives and inspecting them that way, I pretty much I was used to that, and I was expecting puzzles like that in Resident Evil 2, and you got them with quite a lot of them, which means now I know that when I pick up the stars badge for the first time, I should hold my stick to the side so that it instantly just starts spinning round, and I just mash X, because I play on a PlayStation 4 controller on a PC, because fuck you.
Calvin says he actually has a good point there, to be fair. I don't know if he's referring to me or to you.
Probably the both of us, because we made the same point.
Probably, yeah.
Thanks, Calvin. Love you. Love your baby. Give us more money.
Alright. Anyway, back onto
back on the 4. Yeah, back
I
on
think
the 4.
the biggest change with the series is like the combat and just the overall gameplay as a whole. Because I feel like Resident Evil 4 was the biggest like inspiration when it comes to third-person shooters specifically.
Yeah.
Because like the whole behind-the-back gameplay, I don't think had ever really been done before. And I feel like well, with me personally, I like it best in Resident Evil 4. But I think a lot of people's arguments would be it was Gears of War that did it best. And I do kind of get that. I kind of understand like how like Gears of War was one of the main ones who did the more modern day cover-based third person shooter. But personally, I just feel like I think I prefer Resident Evil. I don't know really. But I feel like Resident Evil was the first one to do it, and it did a really damn good job with it.
Yeah. Well, that went quiet. Okay. That's no, not really. I mean, let's say I've not played a lot of the Resident Evil games, I'm going to be honest. So...
And like, something I find really awesome about Resident Evil as well is like with the later games, you can definitely tell they're going for more of an action route as compared to the other games. 100%, meanwhile, with Resident Evil 4, while it does have more of an emphasis on action, that is still like quite a horror within the game.
No. Resident Evil 4 is action before horror.
Yeah, but at the same time, that's still quite a good amount of horror within the game. The atmosphere is still foreboding. Like the atmosphere is still foreboding and can be somewhat eerie. There's still a bunch of enemies that are like really, really powerful, and like the chainsaw guys that can just one hit kill you.
But isn't there that one like enemy in there that sounds like it could be like there's an enemy that's pretty much invincible, isn't it? Until a certain point in the game where you realise
the regenerators.
That's the ones. Yeah, the regenerators. And they sound, when you explain them like that, they sound completely bullshit. Are they completely bullshit?
Not really.
There we go. That, I think, is what saves Resident Evil 4. Is it has so many concepts that sound like they could be complete crap, but they're not. Like they've managed to get them to work.
There's so many moments within the game that could be that you just think, nah, that just won't work. It's just going to be unfair.
And then it works.
But because of the good game design and like how all the enemies are meant to revolve around the particular combat style that Resident Evil 4 has, and the mechanics of it and everything, it all works really damn well together.
Yeah, you can actually get through an area with oh wow. You can actually get through some of the early areas. I don't know about the later areas, but the early areas, you know, in the run up to the village.
Yeah.
I don't think I killed a single person, But I did.
you can, yeah.
I shot them once and then roundhouse kicked them, and that's what I do. I'd get them all together, shoot one of them, and roundhouse kick him, which knocks them all over, and then you just run off.
Yeah, like it's like you can easily do that, but at the same time, I think the game kind of expects you to kill a lot of people. It's not like the other Resident Evil games where
I did find
the main
that.
focus is on survival. Hence why you're meant to do things like conserve ammo and like mostly like injure the enemy or knock them back so you can run.
I think
you can run past them and only kill them if you have no other choice.
In fact, that was actually I find the most prevalent in Resident Evil 1 remake. The Resident Evil 2 remake, I'm going to quickly mention about that one quickly. The Resident Evil 2 remake had a very easily noticeable attacks from the zombies. Like, when you get close, they lunge, but their arms come back and up, and then they lunge. So you know when to pull back on the stick and run away. They're lunging, and then you can run on past them. With the Resident Evil 1 remake, it is very, very difficult to avoid a lunge, but it is possible.
Yeah, and then like with Resi 4, with all like considering you get way more ammo in that game than you do in pretty much any other Resi game. Like seriously, first chapter you have like 100. You could potentially get like over 100 rounds just for your pistol alone.
I found myself with way too much ammo by the time I got to the village, and I was like, okay. Then the chainsaw guy popped in after I'd spent most of my ammo on the guys, thinking I'll just waste some. I seem to be picking up loads. Yeah. So I ended up a little bit fucked.
Yeah. I'll be honest, whenever I see the chainsaw guys within that game, like, unless I absolutely have to, I just avoid them.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't really good at the time, so.
Because they are just an absolute pain to have to try and fight. Simply because of, well, like, how much health they have, the fact that they can easily one-hit kill you, they run incredibly quickly. But once again, it's entirely fair.
Yeah.
It's entirely fair.
Just want to quickly point something out. You know the sound that the regenerators or whatever they are.
Regenerators, yeah.
The sound that they make. Well, Calvin's now got that stuck in his head because of us. So.
Yeah. Well, you're welcome, Calvin. People who are watching this later on, while we're not live streaming, are going to be super confused.
CD people are confused.
We need to get Calvin on at some point.
We do.
I'm just going to say
we do need to get Calvin on here. What would we talk about with him? Oh, go on. Right,
with him, we probably
diversion.
talk about either someone like Final Fantasy or Sonic, because those are his main two to go with. Or if we do like a Persona one, I'll add him in because he's like me. He's really into Persona.
It's going to take a while for me to get through all the Persona games, so.
I think that mostly just need to play one of them.
Which one?
Personally, I would say 5. In my opinion, 5 is probably the best one. Like,
okay, but I've got Persona 4.
Yeah, but you can get Persona 4 if you
want. No, I've already got it.
Oh,
that's what I mean.
Sweet, yeah,
I've got Persona 4, and my first introduction to Persona 4 actually was a hyperdub. I think it was a hyperdubbed comic. Really cool. I'll link to that in the description. In fact, I'll link to it in the chat when I find it.
Okay, a hyperdub comic. What do you mean by that?
I will. Let me just put that down. I'll link to it in the comics. So basically,
comic, I probably think of like the original manga.
Oh no! It was a webcomic that someone did, a fan comic. Was it Broad Spectrum Studios that did it? I think it was a Hi, I'm Daisy. Persona 4. Yeah. It was that. It's in the chat for the stream, if anyone wants to. Oh, Calvin will gladly do either Final Fantasy or Sonic. He's only played Persona 4 and 5 when it comes to Persona. And he agrees with you that Persona 5 is the best game.
Yeah, a bit of a shameless plug here, but I'm currently helping Calvin with a book.
Ooh.
With a book all about video games, and we had and we've both raved on and on about how good Persona 5 is in that. So
You know, I'm actually
yeah.
gonna I'm gonna call it now. I'm
when it
changing the
books up,
title
so,
of this
I'll
stream
always-
to just Teacast general shit, because we're not talking about Resident Evil.
Yeah, we are still going to be talking about it. I swear. It's just
I mean,
like it's like the way I see it, TCAS is mostly just us talking about random stuff.
yeah. Well, there we are. Now it's called general shit. So there we go.
Yeah.
This is
Or just say general shit and Resident Evil because yeah.
well, it's gonna be partly about Resident Evil, sort of. Hopefully, if we actually, should we talk? So we've spoken a bit about 4. We're just over half an hour in now. Should we talk about
need to
5?
say, I think the best way to summarize Resident Evil 4 is it's a fucking amazing game. If there's any Resident Evil game, you have to play.
It's Resident Evil 2.
1. Yeah, like for me though, after Resident 1,
2.
yeah, Resident 4.
No, after Resi 1 remake, it's Resident Evil 2. Then it's Resi 4. Then
well,
3.
It's up to you again.
Yeah.
Just you know what? Actually, screw it. Just try and play all the good Resi games.
No,
Like
no,
the
you know what? No,
first
no, no,
4,
no.
I mean.
Just try and play all the Resident Evil games, even 5 and 6. But if you play 5 and 6, play it with a friend.
Yeah.
Especially,
Anyway, speaking of Resi 5,
oh
let's
yes.
talk about Resi 5.
Wow, we're so good at segues. So professional.
Yeah. See how good we are with it. See how good we are with this stuff. Who needs a script? Why have a script? I mean, why have a script when you can not?
Okay. Sure.
Yeah, like here's the thing with us. Whenever we do this, we always just wing it.
We do.
never
We
have
wing it.
structure or
We're
anything,
normally
we
doing
just wing
something
it.
else. Like right now, I'm playing Mario Kart. I need to unlock stuff because.
Yeah, and I'm currently going through the final world in Ratchet and Clank 2.
Oh, you fucker. Oh, you. Oh, okay.
Oh, you bastard.
You bastard.
Anyway, yeah.
Anyway.
Bastard.
Oh, you. This game wants to torture me, I swear. Right, carry on. Sorry, Resident Evil 5.
Resident Evil 5.
This is where the game started to get a bit.
This is where the series, like, we've had bad games in the series. You may remember those of one of you, including us from the last episode, will remember that I quickly talked about one bad Resident Evil game called Resident Evil Survivor, which was god awful.
Was that
And,
the.
yeah, but
Which one was it? Was that the
it's
first
one.
person
It's
one?
one. That was one that required the light gun. You know, the one that I told
Oh,
you
the
about.
on rails one.
Main character,
No,
Vincent.
I thought that was okay. Like, okay, right, sure, yeah.
No, I'll be honest. I thought it was
It's
complete shit.
not a good Resident Evil game.
No, I don't think it's a good game. Period.
It was a good PS1 light gun game because you didn't get many good ones of those, other than your standard, you know, like Time Crisis and.
Well, yeah. I mean, honestly, I think most people just get the light gun just to play Time Crisis.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to Resident Evil
Yeah,
5.
back
This is
to
where the
the-
series. This was like the first bad numbered game.
The
and
first bad one that was
probably
supposed to be a main
the
series
point where
title.
The series really started to noticeably go downhill.
Oh yeah, it certainly went into the shit.
Just like I feel like with Capcom they were trying to recapture the magic that Resident Evil 4 brought with this one, and
But they went
just
too
failed.
far. Yeah, they went too action with it.
Yeah, well that's not. Yeah, they went too action and how and what's the best way to ruin a franchise? Co-op.
Ah, yes. Well, if done correctly, no. For example, Mario Odyssey. The co-op in that game does not ruin the Mario
One
series.
of you is a fucking cat.
Okay, but it's still good. And Astral Chain has got really good co-op. Let's also Astral Chain, yeah. And of course, you've also got Time Splitters games, which were designed around co-op. Kind of like the levels were mainly.
Yeah,
designed
I'll be
around
honest. I've
co-op.
recently played the first time Split for
The first one,
time.
oh, that one's jank. That one's just jank.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I found that one just boring.
Yeah, it's
I
a
didn't know I
series
found
of
that
arcade levels, basically. Time Splitters.
Yeah, I've heard that it gets better later down the line.
2 and Future Perfect are honestly my favourite PlayStation 2 games. They
Is
beat
Future Perfect the third one.
Future Perfect is the third one. It is my all-time favourite PlayStation 2 game, beating out
Really?
any of the Metal Gear Solids that was on there.
Because currently my favourite, I'll be honest, is Devil May Cry 3. I feel like that may change when I get Persona 4 eventually.
Do you want to borrow it? I've got it.
Yeah, I'll get my own version.
Okay. But yeah,
I'm not
play
a fan
Future
of,
Perfect. It's awesome.
I'll be honest, I'm not a big fan of borrowing games from friends, mostly because I always keep them for too long and I never play them. I still need to get my friend Reese back his copy of Xenoblade Chronicles, and I've only played like an hour, 6 hours of it.
That's basically
And
nothing.
it's like probably like a 100-hour JRPG.
Yeah. Wow. Jesus. But yeah, so Resident Evil 5, we're avoiding talking about Resident Evil 5. We're very much avoiding talking about it. It's shit.
Yeah, but like
it's
anyway,
a plate of shit.
with the co-op of like I feel like with Resident Evil 5, it can like I don't feel like Resident Evil 5 is awful.
No, it has its redeeming moments, like the one that I mentioned.
And there are some people who do legitimately say that they do actually like it.
Yeah, but like I can understand
But
why.
I feel like
the co-op in
to have
5
the
was
most fun
okay.
with it, you need. Sorry, you were saying?
The co-op in 5 was okay. It worked. It wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't
One
like.
of the biggest issues with it though is that you have to play it as co-op in order to really have fun because well, the AI was basically wank on a stick.
Not was, is. There's no way of getting around that. The AI is just terrible.
It is absolutely terrible. Like I remember, again, Yahtzee from Zero Punctuation. I'm gonna keep referencing Zero Punctuation.
Well, of course you are, because it's amazing.
Yeah, and basically when he said something that he did was while I was trying to use like rocket launchers and fully on take down the enemy buff, she just kept you chipping away with a pistol, and when she ran out of ammo for it, she would break some crates and use to get some more before I could.
Yeah.
And like they try to make the AI useful, but end up really not doing well. Like another thing he said was one time when he ended up getting hit, he was about to use a simple small green herb. Meanwhile, she was running toward because he had only taken like pretty much just a cut of damage. And yet she was running towards him with like a very valuable large green herb, leading him to run away from her with more fear than he did when he was facing the actual enemies.
Yeah. Resident Evil 5 has its fair share of jank when playing it on its own. That is something that everyone can agree on.
Yeah.
But
it
does have its merits. It really does. It's not the
definitely
worst
have, like,
of the games.
It does definitely have like some merits, and this is also where like I think the series with the story, like aside from Resident Evil 4, really got weird.
Oh yeah.
Like, we have like Albert West. Like first of all, guess who's back, everybody?
Oh
that's right.
yes.
That's right. Mullet hair, Albert Wesker.
Is 5 the one where he says the line, complete global saturation?
I'll be honest, I can't remember.
I can't.
I've blanked most of Resident 5 from my memory.
Yeah. I think.
All I remember was that you constantly saw him in a trench coat and he was beating the shit out of you until eventually he died.
Yeah. I actually completely forgot
until
that
he eventually
5
died
and 6.
in a volcano trapped between a rock that you literally punched in there and blown up with a rocket launcher.
Oh, and that was in 5, wasn't it? So yeah, he would have been.
Yeah, like if he wasn't dead by the end by the end of that, I'm likely just going to eat my own skin because I'll just be like,
They'll
"Are
bring
you
him
fucking
back.
kidding?"
They'll find a way to bring him back. It's Albert Wesker. But I reckon when they do it, they'll do it in a way that just makes you like go, "Oh my god," and not really hate the fact that he's back, but just because with Resident Evil 2 remake, that's so good that I have a feeling they're going to try and play into how batshit insane the series got.
Probably, I wouldn't be surprised.
No, I wouldn't. I mean, the new one that they're doing, I'm about to sneeze. Rip headphone users. Nope, I'm not about to sneeze. Never mind.
That's what. Yeah, don't say you're about to sneeze because then you just won't sneeze.
I'm on the edge. I'm on the edge, man. I'm on the edge. Ah. This is not good.
Okay, then. I'll be honest. There's not really much to talk about when it comes to Resident Evil 5.
No, there isn't. I mean, it was a good game. But again, it also wasn't a good game. It was okay.
Yeah, like, I wouldn't go nearly as far as to say it's the worst Resident Evil.
Oh, no, of course not.
Because there's some Resident Evil games that have, like, few to no merits.
You mean like Resident Evil 6?
Yes.
Well,
And
should we talk about
At
that?
this point, I'm going to quote something that Calvin's just put, saying, actually, when it comes to split-screen multiplayer, Resident 6 is so bad was so bad at launch. My friend found it so unplayable, we gave up.
Ooh. Yeah, I read that. I read that.
And
I wasn't going to
life
mention
was
it
really
until.
drained when 5 and 6 were announced for Switch at E3. Yeah, like, why would you
Why would you taint your glorious hardware with that?
Yeah, to quote AVGN, the fuck were they thinking? Just like, yeah, I don't get why they decided to do that. Take the worst games in the two of the worst games in the series,
Because
and put them on Resident Evil, and like put them on fucking put them on Switch. That's like Konami deciding to. That's like Konami doing a remake of Silent Hill Homecoming.
No. Do you know what it's like? It's like Konami putting Silent Hill onto a fucking pachinko machine.
Oh yeah. As well as Castlevania and Metal Gear Solid. Yeah, it's no fucking wonder people don't like them. I feel like at some point we're gonna need to make an entire Teacast just called Fuck Konami, where we just like
We'll have to talk about all the bad
shit
stuff
on
that Konami
Konami.
have done, all the bad stuff that EA have done, all the bad stuff that Capcom have done in the past. They're redeeming themselves now.
Capcom's not so bad.
They're redeeming themselves now. But like, I mean, there was some pretty bad stuff that they did. Like, do you remember that online-only Monster Hunter game that they didn't release in the West?
I don't think so.
Exactly. It was really good, but they didn't release it in the West.
Oh.
Don't give Konami
Well,
ideas.
I'm
guessing
Well,
the
at
don't
the
give
same time,
Konami
Nintendo
ideas was
But
about.
at the same time, Nintendo has never released another 3 to them.
True.
Like fans begging for it.
Calvin has said, don't give Konami ideas. Now, I'm not sure if he was referring to the remake of the one that you said, Homecoming, or
No,
if he was referring.
They don't care
Oh
about
no,
video
they
games.
wouldn't do that. No, they would.
Yeah, like-
They would, but they'd make it a pachinko machine.
Yeah, like what?
But he may
yeah,
have been
like,
on about. He
what
may have been
games
on
have
about
you-
what I said. The Silent Hills pachinko machine. And if that's what you're on about, then
Oh no, they've done
oops,
that.
they've already done it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like Konami wouldn't do that. The last two games they released were Metal Gear Survive and fucking this year fucking Contra Road Corps, and both of those were complete shit. Both of those were the worst game. Two of the worst games of the year they came out.
There is something that Konami did good
What's that?
in recent years, and that is they did a complete.
I don't believe you. I don't believe Konami would do anything good.
You've played Second Runner.
Yeah, I play Second Runner.
How good is Second Runner?
It's pretty good.
An untouched version of Second Runner, apart from upscaling everything to 4K. All the textures have been redone in 4K. The multiplayer mode's still in there.
Yeah.
There you go.
They did that.
Yes, they did. I'd say that's pretty good.
Yeah, 1 second.
Okay. Yup.
Busy at the minute. I'm recording something.
Ah, yes. Streams. Everything is out there for everyone to hear. It's what I love about streams. Everything is caught and everything is out there.
Yeah, sorry about that.
It's alright. It's not like we're professionals anyway, so.
Yeah.
Anyway. Anyway,
on to Resident Evil 6,
yes.
aka complete, aka cancer.
No,
In its
I'd rather have cancer.
in its purest form.
I'd much rather have cancer, I'm gonna be honest. Like, and that's not even me just trying to make a cancer joke. I would rather have cancer than Resident Evil 6.
Oh my, would you really go that far?
Yeah.
Bloody hell.
I'd rather literally die of cancer.
I mean, I would rather just say I'd have a slight rash on my ball sack, but bloody hell.
Yeah, but we're comparing between cancer and Resident Evil 6. Which one would you rather?
Resident Evil 6, I'm not wanting to die.
Okay, that's fair. But, you know, I'd rather die than be subjected to that torture. However, actually, no, I do know of a game that's worse than Resident Evil 6.
What's that?
Postal 3.
I thought we were saying with Resident Evil games.
Oh, no, I'm just saying that that's a game that's worse than Resident Evil 6.
Hey, save it for the Postal stream.
Oh,
Save
we're going to
it
do a
for
Postal one?
Yeah, save it for the Postal. I was expecting to. I mean, come on, you cancelled Death Stranding because Postal 4 came out.
That's a good point, actually, yeah, and we will talk about that story on another Teacast. But yes, Resident Evil 6, the worst of the Resident Evils. Oh, well, no, the worst of the numbered Resident Evils. There are probably worse Resident Evils.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I mean, I'm not holding my breath for this new one that they're bringing out. It doesn't look that good to me.
Doesn't it?
No, have you not seen it?
I haven't actually seen anything on the new Resident Evil that they're making.
It's an asymmetrical online thingy. You know, the ones where like one player controls where all the enemies are and where they go, and the other people have to try and survive.
Oh, that kind.
It's one of those.
Well, what do you know? Resident Evil is now ripping off Zombie U.
What?
That's literally a game mechanic in a Zombie U. Someone with the gamepad controlling zombies while another player has to try and survive.
Really?
Yeah, like you place it. They literally did that.
I didn't know about that in Zombie U. I knew that in Zombie U you use the.
Yep. And you're welcome for reminding you of a game which you have very likely forgotten.
No, actually, I remembered. Oh. Survivor. Yeah, Calvin's saying Survivor's the worst Resident Evil.
Oh, yeah.
Which, no, I'd say 6 is worse than Survivor.
No, I would disagree with you there.
I know you would, but, you know.
Survivor was complete shit.
Okay, but 6 was worse shit.
It was a shit sandwich on wholemeal bread.
Ew.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Like, do you really want to associate wholemeal bread with that? Because I mean, at least wholemeal bread is bread, right?
Oh yeah.
Gluten-free bread, on the other hand.
Oh.
There we are.
Oh.
It's
Don't
like,
even go there, dude.
It's
Don't even go there. At that point, we're going into right to hell levels. Levels of shit.
Well, that can be saved until the Ride to Hell stream. Yeah, I'm going to be streaming that. I'm gonna say it now. I am going to, and I would love for you to be with me for as much of it as you can be. In fact, I want to get as many people on this as possible.
Wait, you're going to live stream Right to Hell?
I'm not just gonna live stream it. I'm going to live stream a full playthrough in one sitting.
Okay, I'll start making your news now.
Thanks, dude. You've always got my back.
Because we all know you're
shit.
you're not gonna survive it.
Nope, I am going to die. Oh no! Sorry, I accidentally got rid of my banana, and a red shell came flying at my ass.
Yeah. As someone who has experienced Right to Hell.
Oh yeah, you and Sean played it, didn't you?
Yeah, and like considering that we both agree it's the worst game ever made.
It's not. Postal 3 is worse. But anyway, should we
You wanna
talk about
fucking
Resident
that.
Evil 6?
Yeah, let's talk about Resident Evil 6.
Okay.
This game is just really not good.
No, it's not.
Like it's really at the point where Resident Evil really started to decline.
Yeah. It
To the
started
point where
to
I don't
decline.
think that many people really cared about Revelations, which wasn't actually that bad.
No, Revelations was pretty good. I liked Revelations. I've liked what I've played of Revelations 2 as well.
Even though that more took us episodic format, which
Yeah.
I don't think was too bad.
Well, no, because I got it on Switch, where all of them are just bundled together anyway, so it's
Yeah.
fine. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Yeet.
I have even less to say about Resi 6 than I do about Resident Evil.
Yeah, so do I. Right, I think we've got enough time, so let's talk about Resident Evil 7. Let's do that, okay? Resident Evil 7.
Yeah,
I
think the
love
best way to
Resident Evil 7.
Describe Resident Evil 6 is shit.
Yeah,
It
Resident
tries
Evil
to
6
combine,
is...
it tries to combine horror and action and does an incredibly poor job with it.
No, what Resident Evil 6 is like you take Resident Evil 5, you get all of the worst parts of Resident Evil 5, and you make a game out of them, and then you put in some other really bad mechanics, and there you have Resident Evil 6.
Yeah.
So that's Resident 6. There's literally nothing else I can say about it. There really isn't anything. It's because I haven't played it and I don't want to play it. That's one game that I will refuse to play.
Yeah, I haven't played it either.
I don't blame you.
And
So
I really don't want to.
No.
Unless me and Sean do a live stream where we end up playing that.
oh god, Lord help you.
Because you can't get any worse than Right to Hell. That's why I keep telling my. Especially considering we're playing Drake of the 99 Dragons next.
Oh, very nice.
Which is another very bad game. But yeah, let's talk about Resident Evil 7.
Let's talk. Yeah, let's actually save our sanity.
When the series finally got good again.
Yeah. Resident Evil 7.
After 5 years of no numbered Resident Evil games at one of the I think was it 2016 E3? Yeah, I think it was E3 2016.
Was it?
Yeah, Capcom announced that
long
Resident
ago?
Evil
Jesus.
7 was going to be coming. That Capcom was getting a Resident Evil 7, and I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure everyone was excited for it, especially considering it had more of a route, based around more of a horror route than the other games, which fans have been just craving.
Yeah, it gave us back the
And-
survival horror that we wanted.
Yeah, because people were just yeah, action's been fun, but give us horror, and we got it.
Yeah, but we also got
In
action.
more ways than one, because
Oh,
this
God.
is without a doubt, in my opinion, the scariest Resident Evil game today.
Yeah, I think that actually is mostly down to the RE engine and the way it renders everything.
Yeah, oh my god, the RE engine is bloody amazing.
It's beautiful.
Like it all looks
Like,
so.
in a very morbid
It
way.
looks so realistic. So.
In a very,
well,
in a very, very morbid way, I think the best showcase for the RE engine is in Resident Evil 2 Remake. You know the guy who's got his jaw hanging off,
yeah.
or the dude who is who's like being chopped in half by this door,
Oh yeah. That.
and you get to have a screaming man's guts rendered. I honestly think that is the best showcase of the RE engine that we're ever gonna have.
Do you want to know what I think the best showcase of the RE engine we're gonna?
Go on.
At the beginning with the trucker eating the burger.
Okay, yeah, no, that's the most realistic.
Good God, that burger looks bloody delicious.
Yeah, that is a really nice looking burger, actually. I was gonna say, if you say, look, fucking Spider Woman's vagina, then oh yeah, that I for anyone that hasn't played Resident Evil 7, is it Marguerite's?
Yeah, Marguerite.
Marguerite has it's her weak point, isn't it? It's basically her vagina, but because she's a Spider Woman, it's like a big egg sack.
Yeah. Look, how lovely is that?
Oh, it's absolutely wonderful.
Yeah, so
I'd suck her egg sack any day.
simply beautiful.
Yes, that's one way of putting it.
Like, I mean, how is it that you go from just a campy, not so serious Resident Evil game to something like that? Like something so absolutely bloody horrifying.
By taking it seriously, I think Resident Evil
Yeah,
7
like-
is probably the only Resident Evil game that takes itself seriously, like 100%.
No, I say the first two do.
No, the Resident Evil 2 certainly does not. Resident Evil 2 leans into the campy nature, which is why you get such great lines like I mentioned last time, like was
I
used
say
in
at the very
space.
least I say at the very least the Resident 1 remake does.
Okay, no, the remakes of the two, yeah, alright, fine. But they're remakes, they don't count. Like, I'm on about original releases.
Yeah, but I mean, like, anyway, yeah, back to it. Like, this game fucking horrified me. Like, from the very beginning, after you save your wife, Mia, I think her name is.
Save, in massive quotation marks.
Save her, and you just see her, like, pick you up, throw you, stab a knife through your hand, and chainsaw her off. My general reaction was just like, holy, what the?
Yeah, like I was thinking, doesn't she stab your hand into, she stabs your hand with a screwdriver, doesn't she, into a wall, and then you're there.
Fucking screwdriver.
Yeah, and then she comes at you with a chainsaw, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna get away by the skin of my teeth. It'll be, it'll be great.
Yeah, pull away.
Pull away, and then
you just see her coming down, just like, what are you doing? You ready to pull away? And then you just see her shred it off, and you're just like, ah!
no, because you pull it away, and then you block. What's the name of the guy? I keep wanting to say Jason, but it's not.
Jason.
Jason.
No, it's Jack.
Was it Jack? No, Jack's the name of the dad, Daddy Baker, Jack Baker.
Oh. Were you talking about
the player character?
The player character, Ethan.
Ethan, that's the one. Yeah, no, Ethan auto.
Which coincidentally is the name of the main character from Heavy Rain.
You know what? That's it. I want
The more you know.
I want someone to come up with a mod now for Resident Evil 7, where you press
X to chase
yeah
them.
you press X and Ethan just goes Jason. Jason.
Yes. Bloody hell.
Oh wow.
We need to talk about just at some point. We need to talk about just how stupid David Cage's games are.
For sure, bro. For sure. I don't even know why I just did that, but I did.
But I'm like,
yes.
it's actually like it's weird how this like like, especially if you go into the DLC, like you see like at first this is just oh, this is just a very nice, this is a nice family. Oh, he's gonna make a breakfast in bed. How cute is that? Then like 3 minutes later, he's going all batshit insane. Why? Because they ended up getting a little girl or something. And she's apparently
Yeah.
like, I don't know.
Yeah, they
She's
took
an
in a little
experiment or
girl.
something?
Yeah, I think she was a biohazard experiment.
How does that cause people to
She
go
controls.
mad and insane though?
She controls them,
think
doesn't
so.
she? That's what it is. It's her influence. But
You know,
also
I think someone might have ripped off Kingsman.
Hey,
Please tell me you get that. Have you seen Kingsman: The Secret Service?
I've seen the first one.
Yeah, in that the evil guy basically has a SIM card.
Oh
that
yeah.
when he turns it on, basically makes everyone batshit insane.
Yeah, no, I remember that. Yeah, I've not seen it for ages.
I saw it like last week.
Nice.
Still a fucking amazing film.
Yeah, it probably is. It's just one of them timeless ones,
Still,
really, isn't it?
honestly, I'd say it's in my top 10 favorite films of all time.
Nice. I mean, actually, with a little bit of a spooky theme, because it's the day after Halloween, I'd say a recent watch of mine was Cube, and that definitely goes into my top 10 films.
Yeah, Cube. I haven't seen it, but I've heard. But
Right,
from what
you're
I've
going to
heard
get
of
your
it,
ass
it's
around here, and
definitely
we're
a
going to
film I
watch
really
it.
wanna watch.
You're going to get your ass around here, we're going to watch it, and then we're going to talk about it on a Teacast.
Dude, but there are a bunch of films there are a bunch of like games and films we have to get together to watch and then just talk about them.
Oh, definitely, like that, was it Elves, was it?
Oh my god, elves, yes.
Yeah, we
Yes, we
need
have
to
to
do
talk
that. We
about
need to talk about
That's
elves.
something.
We're not going to say anything about it other than we are going to talk about elves.
Yeah.
But just, yeah, no.
I feel like we
Resident
need to
Evil-
like watch a bunch of those crappy
We
B
have
horror
to.
films and just talk about them.
We definitely have to. And The Room. The Room.
Oh, The Room. The Room.
The best worst film.
Oh, hi, Mark.
I got the results of the test back. I definitely have breast
definitely-
cancer.
Mom, don't be silly. You're gonna be fine. You just see that bit and she's just like, well, you're taking this fucking well.
Yeah. It's like, sorry,
But yeah,
you know,
sorry, back to Resident
yeah.
Evil.
Resident Evil 7
Yeah.
is so
Like,
good.
it's a complete departure from the rest of the series. Like, the rest of the series is, about zombies and zombies and monsters.
But it's not. I mean, we have seen something similar to this, and that's in Resident Evil 4.
Yeah.
Because Resident Evil 4 was a parasite, wasn't it? That took over
Yeah,
their
it's like
heads.
a parasite done by a cult known as Platas Lagas.
Yeah, it was the I think it was the Largus
Something like
parasite or something, and it took them over. But of course, they'd still speak in their native language, so you got awesome things such as "Un forastero,"
Yeah.
just being shouted at you, and it's like, oh,
Ah,
okay,
yeah, that.
yeah. I think
Yeah, I'll be honest. Whenever I hear that, it sounds like they're saying my name. Like I go, look, it's Elietta. I just look.
"Un
I'm just like,
forastero." Ow.
yeah, just me.
Me? You're talking to me?
Yeah, in this, like, the main threat is are the main three of the family,
Yeah.
and like they're pretty different when it comes to what they do. Like, Jack is all about sort of like mostly brutal strength and absolute relentlessness.
Oh god, yeah. Jack's the main recurring enemy, really, isn't he?
Yeah, Marguerite sends her to raid and her armies of bugs.
Yeah, Marguerite is basically
Mosquitoes
if you've played Metal Gear Solid 3, Marguerite is basically the pain.
Yeah.
Like,
And she's super fucking dangerous until you get the rocket launcher.
oh yeah.
1 second.
Do, do,
Hey, give me a minute.
do, 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 do.
Sorry, I just talked about some stuff. I'll be right back.
So, this stream is going completely fine. Nothing is out of the ordinary here. We're very professional. How are you? How are you? How are you? Brian, painter, loser, big fucking loser. So the stream's been going for about an hour and 10 minutes now, which is all good. And I think actually it's gonna have to be ended here in a minute. So because I am running out of time, and I'm running out of time. So that's good. And so I'm gonna do an outro bit now. Did we play Resident Evil 7 DLC? I have not played the Resident Evil 7 DLC. I don't know about Elliot. But I'm gonna end the Teacast here. So, thanks for doing a watch with your eye holes. Hit that subscribe. Next time will be way better. So,
Sorry, but
you're back.
really
You're
sorry
back.
about
Okay, I'm just ending it
Alright.
because I've got to head off. But
Right.
no, next time will be a lot more structured. I don't want to do
we're
another
trying to
Resident
be more
Evil one next time. I think next time we should definitely talk about. I think next time we stream will probably be. Did we say tomorrow morning?
Probably. Don't know.
Yeah, we could do tomorrow morning probably. So that'll be fun. I wanna play something.
Yeah. The next Teacast. I think we should do Zone of the Enders next Teacast.
Fuck yes, I will gladly do Zone of the Enders next Teacast.
Alright, sweet.
Other than that, there's not really much else to say. So thank you very much for doing a watch/listen with your eye/ear holes. And
Yeah,
until
thank
next
you.
time.
Till next time. Till next time. Till next time. Enjoy. And it's tea time.
We're not using that.
Or tea time's over.
We're not using that.
No.
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 Tea time's over, bitches. Just. It doesn't work. You can't
Right.
work it with anything.
Yeah. Okay, take care, everybody.
Ta-ra.